Look at this. I've got 1,752 members in my trading group. I want to give a few shout outs to my trading group. CBC, thank you so much. I'm up $13,000 this week. Your group's amazing. I made $47,000 in April because of your setups. This person's up 2,400, 1,500, 647%. This person doubled my money after a phone call that we had just yesterday. This person said, I woke up and I had 73% gains in data. Thank you. I woke up with 58% gains while I was sleeping. Another $1,000. That's $4,000 in 7 days. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together to trade this market. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading at all, nothing, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. Number one reason why people join my trading group is I post profitable trading setups every single day, and we've been killing it. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You pay for 6 months in crypto, you get a 20% discount. You pay for the year in crypto, you get an additional month for free and a 30% discount. If you do want to pay with a card month to month on a monthly basis, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. This is Tezos up 72%. You can see here's the setup posted. Here's 52% out of link. Again, bought the breakout down here. Here's the setup. Here's Ethereum, 57% gains out of Ethereum. Here's the setup. Bitcoin Cash broke out 60% gains over time. I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution, where I talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into this video, I want to ask you to smash the like button for me. Leave a comment in the comment box. Trying to get a like spike going, 1,000 likes a video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. I'm going to make sure to keep you up to date daily on everything that's going to make you very successful in the cryptocurrency space. Jumping right into the market today in crypto. Sideways with reddish undertones. Overall market cap of cryptocurrency, $235 billion. Bitcoin, 85.90. It's been a pretty volatile day thus far. Small moves, but pretty decent swings. This is a Bitcoin 3-day chart, which we talked about. Again, the concern is, we've got a lower high at this point, right? So this high is lower than this high. So, part of a downtrend would be a high and then a lower high. So essentially the bulls need to step up here and push this price higher to avoid this situation. We've got the MACD curving lower, which, essentially you front run the MACD. MACD bearish cross is, essentially a bearish sign, obviously. You got a rising wedge down here on the RSI, potentially if it does break to the downside, bearish sign there. This is a daily Bitcoin chart, and we talked about these previous bearish MACD crosses. We just had one recently. Price normally pulls back. After these MACD crosses, you can see the rising wedge on the RSI did break lower. Bearish MACD cross has been confirmed. If this price action breaks down below this rising wedge, 6,100 is a measured move. This $8,000 strong support level needs to hold, which we've come down to, and we've been real close to as far as touching that level. This is pretty much the chart to pay attention to. I think 1 hour Bitcoin chart for right now. We had a bearish cross of the 50 and the 200. Now you've got all your major moving averages about to cross bearish of the 200 simple. Again, make or break right here for the bulls. We could put it in a bounce and have some upside, but if it does break to the downside, 6,100, this is make or break. All happens here for the bulls. You've got a rising wedge on the RSI. Potentially at some point that breaks to the downside, but still there's some room for the price to move lower before it does, or if it does break to the downside. Again, we just have to see what happens. The easiest way to trade this is if you're already in Bitcoin, put a stop loss in place. Let the price action decide for you. Fear and greed index is 40. People are fearful quickly, very quickly. Today, happy block reward halving to everybody. I'll see you guys in 1,458 days. We'll do this again. It's been fun. A lot of people were like, hey, it's a Bitcoin halving. It's over with. Now what do we do? And so let's take a look what happened previous Bitcoin halvings after the halving. So a year after the first halving, Bitcoin's price went up 8,000%. Pretty big gains. Now the second halving, a year later, the price went up 284%. Still huge gains comparatively to other markets, but not 8,000%. But the interesting thing to remember is 501 days after this halving, you were up 4,000%. So 8,000%, give or take, year and a half, 4,000%. So where are we going to be in a year? I mean, if it's not 4,000%, we have to wait another year and a half or 2 years from today to get those type of gains. You know what? We'll be here. We do this every single day. Glad to have you guys. Glad to always bring the up-to-date crypto news to you guys on a regular basis. Charts and TA, definitely subscribe to the channel. It's important to remember that the halving is an event, right? But it's going to take some time for this to unfold. Its effect is not going to be immediate. So the block reward or the supply of Bitcoin has been cut in half. Now, if demand stays the same, price will increase. Now, if demand increases and supply is cut in half, price is going to increase a lot faster. It's going to take some time to really see that parabolic price rise. So just be patient. Life-changing money is coming. Short the banks, buy Bitcoin, follow me on Twitter, cryptobtc_Chris, choose plan B, plan Bitcoin. So there was a message that was inserted in the last block before the halving. So the F2 pool added this to their Coinbase transaction on the final Bitcoin block. It says April 9th, 2020, New York Times stated $2.3 trillion injection. The Fed's plan far exceeds the 2008 rescue. And this goes back to Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin. He had a message that he put into a block, the Genesis block. And it stated, January the 3rd, 2009, Chancellor is on the brink of a second bailout for the banks. Listen, Bitcoin will be extremely successful because they're not just printing more. Like, there is a finite supply, and the difficulty level is adjusted to basically balance the amount of Bitcoin that can be produced, along with the halving rewards. So these are things to take into account. It's not just money machine, let's print more. Bitcoin is now a lower inflation rate than gold, meaning more gold is being mined than Bitcoin by percentage. What you don't want to do is have a live YouTube stream. This is Cointelegraph's Bitcoin halving live stream. They were 7 hours in, and YouTube banned them, cut the cord, harmful content. Look at this Bitcoin Cointelegraph Superman guy got crushed by YouTube. Obviously this is a play on the whole idea where you get these scammy projects trying to steal people's money, where they're giving doing these coin giveaways, send X amount, get 10X back. Those are fake every single time. And it just kind of flows over into all these other legitimate live streams. So live streams have been kind of the target as far as this YouTube crypto purge goes. So just kind of be mindful of that scam that exists. Also, what you may not want to do is Coinbase using it. It experiences its secondary temporary shutdown in 2 weeks. Retail loves Coinbase. It's easy to use, and they can't handle the volume. Choose plan B, Binance. Get PureVPN. The link is in the description. Supports a channel. It's cheap. And then use Binance, where Binance isn't perfect either, but it's got better liquidity. It's got more coins. For me, it stays up more. And if you don't like the website, they have a PC app and a phone app that work pretty well. Check that out. Traditional markets today, flat. Not a whole lot going on. Typically, we check these because Bitcoin has been following traditional markets, and yeah, not much going on there. CME gap. So yesterday we talked about this idea, and we had a huge CME gap when this first opened, and Bitcoin, ran up quite a bit, ran up to 9,200, and then sold off. Filled part of that gap. So there's some gap left overhead. Will we fill it now? Will we fill it later? $1 million question. The idea is the market makers, there's open orders up here that need to be filled. They profit off of filling these orders, and eventually these do get filled. Just to follow up yesterday's video, we talked about this idea, and if you can imagine, like this little area right here, if I zoom in, boom, that's what it looks like. Okay, so here's what we have. There's a possible inverse head and shoulders. And you're always forming these ideas in your head of what possibilities as far as what can happen. If this bearish retest is confirmed, you'll see a move to the downside. Okay, and if you get a bounce down here in this support area, you get a bounce here, and this could potentially form the right shoulder of an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is here. So you see how you got your shoulder, head, shoulder, and then move to the upside. So here's your inverse head and shoulders that did play out. So you got your shoulder, your head, and then see how the price action came down here and put in this higher low, and then boom, broke to the upside. Okay, see that? Boom, broke to the upside. So this inverse head and shoulders did play out, but then it got rejected by this overhead resistance level, which is also this upper trend line. Boom, break to the downside. Okay, so now we're watching Bitcoin at this lower trend line. This is a Bitcoin 15-minute chart. Now you've got this, essentially this is a bear flag, rising wedge. The price action almost broke to the downside earlier today. You got to remember, they're trying to trick us. Always remember, man, whatever your emotions are telling you to do the opposite. So you can see here earlier, the price got squeezed by the 21 and the 200. The bears won. Potentially, you're going to get some type of, this is a 15-minute chart. This is going to play out pretty fast. So, potentially there's some type of triangle or falling wedge in here. Again, if that breaks to the upside, there might be some room for a move higher, but overall, this is a bear flag. Your measured move is 77.50, but again, might run up before that pullback. This is a Ledger Nano S. Right now, these are on sale. If you haven't picked one of these up, they're half price. Links in the description, does support the channel. This is where you store all your cryptocurrency. I have Ledger Nano X's, they're a little bit more. They're wireless, they hold more crypto. So Vitalik Buterin says much delayed Ethereum 2.0 is still on track for July launch. This is going to be big for Ethereum. Ethereum staking is coming. Proof of stake, which is a big deal. So it's great to see they're still on launch. July launch. So keep an eye on Ethereum. Crypto.com lands record $360 million insurance cover for online Bitcoin vaults. Crypto insurance, great idea. Needs to happen. Just a lot of people are scared to hold a bunch of Bitcoin because it's like, how do you ensure that it's safe? In a second, poof, it's gone. So this is going to be big business going forward. Crypto exchange ErisX announces the launch of physically settled Ethereum futures. So your ErisX is kind of like Bakkt. This is the similar idea to what Bakkt is doing with Bitcoin, where they have physically settled Bitcoin futures. We know Bakkt hasn't taken off. And so is this a big deal? If it takes off, it will be. CME says volume surge shows strong institutional interest before the Bitcoin halving. And again, CME Bitcoin futures are paper traded, right? So institutional interest is not interested in holding Bitcoin based on this idea. We're interested in trading it, paper trading it. Bitcoin dominance back here, 2017, middle of March 2017, Bitcoin dominance used to be 95, 96%. That means if you took the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency together, Bitcoin's market cap made up 96% of all the crypto market cap. So the altcoins were 4%. That's it. Okay, well then this plummeted, right? This plummeted, and you got this crazy altcoin hype cycle run up as Bitcoin dominance got decimated, right? The altcoin season everybody's hoping for that's happened one time ever. This is what happened to Bitcoin dominance. It got killed and altcoins took off. And remember, you had the ICO boom. And so the important thing is the altcoin holders need something similar to this. And it doesn't take much. I mean, we don't need anything on par with this to have 100% gains across the altcoins. However, like we had really, look at these tiny little runs right here. We had epic gains in the trading group just based on these tiny little runs. 100% gains across the altcoins, easy. Okay, some of them more than that. So again, we're looking for this to pull back. Bitcoin dominance bounces, it takes off higher. The altcoins could be crushed. So the interesting idea here is that the 2016 halving event is what sent the altcoins into the stratosphere, causing Bitcoin dominance to dip from then. Actually, they stayed at 98% at this point previously. We were talking about 96% here. 98%, down to 35%. If this happens again, altcoin season. Let's go. Now this took some time to play out. Like it took year and a half, 2 years even to play out. So I mean, this is going to be like this slow, steady process. But over time, this is what we need. Like I like making money in these altcoins. You know, Bitcoin's great. It's amazing. But I like the altcoin volatility. Like for me, like you can make a ton of money in these altcoins. So again, make or break for Bitcoin dominance in these altcoins, right? So the question is this cycle restarting once again with the halving? Is Bitcoin's bull run going to crush the altcoins, or is Bitcoin dominance going to falter? Maybe not the best sign in the world. You got a bullish MACD cross on the weekly chart for Bitcoin dominance. Again, when this moves higher, altcoins suffer. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.